what it is. No, this is not right. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to get these even because then it'd be weird. Hey. Alright. Anyway. Alright, here we go. That's crooked. I can. This is part of my mama coming out of me. Hey, I want to talk to y'all about something. I want to talk to y'all about something. And I think, Jack, can you please help me do this? Hey, is y'all up for a minute? I done ate, so I don't know how long I'm gonna be up because that food hit the spot. But I wanted to talk to you about something I just saw on TikTok, and you all have probably already saw it. And we're gonna have to talk in code. Do not think about what you're gonna type because they trying to get us out of here at any moment. So if you don't know how to type, just don't say nothing. Okay? And you're gonna have to read between the lines. Do you understand? I got a question. Do y'all remember when I used to get on here in the beginning, and I've done it the whole time, and I would be saying one thing, but I was saying something else, and you had to be able to read between the lines? Do y'all remember us talking often about having to be able to read between the lines? And sometimes you ain't gonna be able to say everything. You just gonna have to know what they talking about. Can I say one word and y'all tell me if it's relevant? Two. Dior bags. How long? I've been telling y'all that since we got here. Have I not? That is something we have talked about every single day since we've been here. Every day. I said, just because you know it, don't. If you don't know another way to say it, don't say it. And everybody jumped down my case and said I was being rude and I dealt with all kinds. And it's so crazy that all of the stuff that used to boil my peanuts is happening on the very internet that I said you needed to be careful with all of those things because it just wasn't going to be free. Is that not mind blowing to y'all? I mean, do y'all be peeping it? I don't be wanting to say nothing, but I be like, wow, when CERCA was saying it, she got abused and called all kind of things. But now everybody doing it. Funny. You used to be able to say whatever you wanted. Did you not? Y'all been over here longer than me, most of y'all. TikTok was the free place. I mean, you can put adult material on here, but you can't say this. And remember, I kept telling y'all, they'll share my stuff, but if I share my stuff, no. You said, yep, remember, most don't act until it's too late. But I'm just saying. Y'all see how crazy this is? And do y'all see why I be irritated? Because pretty much everything in my life is like this. God will bring me to people and have me say some stuff to them, and they be like, and all of that. And then y'all know me however long. Have y'all seen it? Do you believe me now? This has happened my entire life. That God would have me go and say something to somebody. Okay? If you ever want to recap Jacqueline, you can go to YouTube and just go to the live we're in and fast forward it and you can get the recap. Always. That's why we always record. If you ever miss anything, You just go over there and grab it, and then you can come back to class. I had to tell a friend about the way they're moving with the information. I'm trying to tell you. That's why we on the verge of not being here no more. But all them times people are gonna be like, I've been looking for you, and what happened? I'm just gonna roll my eyes. Out of all the times I done had to get up here and act a whole donkey to tell people you grown. I shouldn't have to tell you this. But now it's what I've been trying to avoid this whole time. It's a reality. So it was just days probably. Who knows? You hear me? So when I was trying to warn folks, nobody was listening. But now it is what it is. You hear me? In real life. Also, that purse is screwed. I'm just gonna have to carry the purse without the phone on it, because in a minute, yep. Well, by the time this work, I'm just gonna have to carry the purse without the phone, or it's just gonna be an accessory for real, because it ain't gonna work. It worked when we got it, but I don't know if it still work now. Jeez. I just be breaking stuff. I don't even mean to. Just strong for no reason. Hey. Okay. What else? Good thing I got it on a deal. I've been feeling since the class about the kids turning on you not to say anything to anyone anymore about what I'm trying to do. All of y'all probably thought I was just callous. You hear me? All of y'all felt like I was just callous. Now you understand. No, I'm following the Bible, because I read it to apply it to my life. Every day. When I read, okay, so what situation is this that's going to pop up in my life? God don't have you read nothing for no reason. It's always for a reason. And most people be like, oh, that was a good Bible study. No, you need to be looking at who them people is in your life right now. He didn't have you read it for nothing. Trying to tell you. You said you never thought that I was being callous. Well, a whole bunch of your classmates don't think that, and people that are not here anymore don't think that either. A matter of fact, I got all of the emails and text messages. I mean, not text messages, but inboxes to prove it. Whole pages. I'm going to see if I'm going to have to play my new song, y'all. We're going to see in just a minute. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hit him up. Now, okay, so look, back to what I was saying before I was... Okay, so we probably got newbies, so we do have something that I think I should show you guys. Let me find it. What did I do with it? Darn. I think I put it in the closet. Oh, no, it's here. So, to my newbies, you want to screenshot the class rules. Class rules. Go ahead and screenshot those. Let's read them together. It says, welcome to WOIU. We are South International University. This is not church, this is school, a university. We do not read but the Bible. We study the Bible and all the other books your pastor tells you not to. Please use your manners. Say please and thank you. Do not tell me what to do. Do not repeat yourself. I probably saw it the first time. Do not come in asking what we are talking about. Scroll up or just listen. Do not try and teach my class. If you know it all, go teach on your own page. Get disrespectful. Get disrespectful. Get blocked. We are family. Stay and learn. Grab a pen, notebook, journal, and you will love it here. Now, back to what I was seeing for the 1720. Sorry, y'all. I had to cuss so loud. You said, see, this is why I just be in the back. Because you weird. You ain't got nothing else better to do but to be weird. Like your life sucks. Just ignore them, y'all. Because they don't need, some people, they don't know how to read the room. It don't matter how many hints you give them. They just still don't understand. They're back from over there, where they kind of eat things they're not supposed to. And, they're same family members and stuff. They're cousins, but they're married. And so sometimes it just goes right over their head, the things, There are so many things that just go right over their head. So you just got to give them a little bit more time to understand. They need a little bit more time than the others. The hell? Just because you got doctor in front of your name don't make it true. Hell, I can put astrophysicist in front of my name. That don't mean nothing. Sorry y'all had to see me cut up. I ain't cussed that loud in a long time. No, I'm just playing. Jesus. Lord, please help these people. They don't be having nothing else to do but be weird. Your life sucks. I'm gonna pray for you. If that is the only way that you can get attention is to be annoying, you hate yourself. Do you understand that? If the only attention you know how to get is negative, your life sucks. Like, royally. If the only way to get a person to notice you is to be rude, nasty, slimy, and skeezy, or to be argumentative, or to try to, like, if you, like I said, you don't see me going at nobody live trying to tell them nothing, because I'm just going to teach what I know. And whoever it is that wants to learn from me will find me. I don't have to go in nobody else's live trying to make myself look smarter or whatever it is to try to get a person to say my name. As a matter of fact, even before I knew y'all, I just be wanting to be in a live. I want to see what's going on. You had a horrible childhood if the only attention you are used to getting is negative. That sucks for you. Understand that it's not appealing. You try to make yourself interesting with negative stuff, right? It's a great life to live. Nothing about it is cute to me at all. Whew. Listen. A hit dog a holler every time. Hit dogs holler. Ow! Ow, 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 ow! Moving on. Ugh. Back to what I was trying to say 17 minutes ago. Listen. You said you've been following me almost 13 years, and you can say you learned a lot within that time. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Right. And that's why I don't want to give. It's the books. Y'all want to see how crazy this can be? I'm about to show y'all something. So if people could not see these books, right? If I got up here and talked about something, they would say I was taking it off the top of my head, would they not? Like if I just covered up all these books and I got up here and talked about the stuff that I talked about, they would challenge where I got the information. Yes or no? Would they? Do you think? If I just got up here and I didn't have nothing behind me, wasn't showing on nothing, oh, well, where are your books at? Blah, 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 blah. But because it's the opposite, I'm still going to get opposition. Now it's, oh, well, show me your library. What, so you can build yours? No, go build your own. I don't got to challenge you to see how smart you is. All I have to do is listen to you. Do you understand that? The way you speak is going to tell me your level of intelligence, is it not? And I'm not saying if you use ebonics or any of that. I'm saying in how you speak about your life, and how you speak about other people's lives, and how you speak about the situations you put, that's gonna tell me your level of intelligence. Y'all ain't gotta have no book behind me, or you ain't gotta have no book behind you for me to understand that. And some people are so, okay, prime example. I have a family member, and I've told y'all this story before. I have a family member that they don't want nobody. They don't like being around people that they're not smarter than. So they always get around people that they feel like are not as smart or don't have the same amount of achievements as them, so that they can flaunt the achievements that they do have in those people's faces and tell them basically aspire to be like me. But whenever there is a person that has more intelligence or more life experience or more wisdom than this person, they instantly don't like them. They instantly, gonna have a problem with them. They instantly. And it's crazy because you can learn from anybody. You can learn from children. Hell, you can learn from an animal in real life. I think, one, because I'm a woman. Two, because I'm a woman with color and of color. And three, because I don't get up here acting real churchy. People don't know how to take it. And I don't really give a damn. Excuse my language, but I don't. Because I'm here for people, but I'm not here for the opinions of people. Does that make sense? I'm here to do a job. But people did not give me my job description. People didn't train me for my job. People were not there while I was training for my job. Especially not these people. So if being around a person that can explain things or whatever it else, I don't know. But if that makes you angry, then you just shouldn't talk to them, be around them, or listen. Do you hear me? Why would you continue to be around a person that makes you feel inferior? Then you're always going to have an attitude with them when they ain't doing nothing but being themselves. If that intimidates you, get your weight up. Moving on. These right here. Do we talk about this a lot? Do we? Do we talk about these a lot? Who remembers when people was telling us that this wasn't important? This kind of stuff was witchcraft and we shouldn't be looking into it. And that girl got y'all studying this and that girl got y'all studying that. Y'all remember in the beginning of this? I got called a witch. All kind of crazy stuff because I was telling y'all that you need to pay attention to the symbols that's on your kids' toys, clothing, the names, blase, skip, wooty, wooty, whoop. Did we not talk about that? We talked about it several times. Most of our classes end up in a symbol or something. Okay. I just saw a video of a lady talking about a monster truck show or something like that. Y'all seen it? And one of the souvenirs to bring home with the kids had the creepy white van man symbol on the toy. So if a kid was walking around with this in the store about the pink truck, baby, and y'all still don't think they put that heart symbol for the PDF guys, they put it on a child's toy. But the men that know what that symbol means, that means this child is ready for a union with a computer file. And people were buying these for their children. The crazy thing is, if you think about the fist, that's a symbol too. When men are talking to their guy friends, I got brothers and cousins. And when they're having their conversations that women aren't supposed to be privy to, and like I told y'all, my homeboys talk to me like I'm a dude. They be like, bro. Right? This is how if they want to say something is stood up, the kickstand was working, they'd be like, bro, right? Why is that symbol the first circle at the bottom? Then there's another symbol, and then the computer file symbol is at the top. On the back of the truck. And truck rhymes with what word? And most kids, if they got a speech impediment, they be saying the wrong word. So your kid is walking around with a truck with a symbol on it and the computer file symbol at the top of that. But symbols don't matter. You said it's a truck called the Dodge Warlock? Who still thinks symbols don't matter? Who still thinks at the time that we spent studying what the symbols are and what they mean is now very important? More important because we was walking in places and patronizing places that were named after idol gods. Were we not? Taking the money that God blessed us with and paying homage to idol gods. Were we not? You look deeper into the symbols that's on the stuff that you purchase now, don't you? You don't just buy a drink and not know what that symbol means. You will look it up first. Because you know none of these logos are just logos. And you understand that the spirits of this world give people wealth. So they pick those logos for a reason. They symbolize something. You said we were blind to them, now I see them everywhere. Okay. So how many parents do you think bought that diesel truck for their babies and had no idea what was on the back of it? That they were advertising their children to computers, computer files. By them carrying that toy around, they were advertising that maybe this is why so many kids come up missing. Because they put that symbol on little girl shirts all the time between ages 2 and 10. That symbol is always on a little girl's shirt right in the middle. They disguise it. On the back of her little jeans, they put them on their knees, strategically placed in their clothing. It probably is. I wouldn't be surprised. They do a lot of wordplay. That's what we study over here. Just look up monster truck pink truck. Yep, I didn't reshare it because they already on my tail, so I'm trying to be cool for a minute. I saw that. I said, interesting. Y'all don't think that's crazy? Honestly. Probably wouldn't have meant nothing to nobody before. You hear me? It would not have meant anything to anybody before. Okay, it's a truck. There's some symbol they put on there. But now you understand what the markings mean. And yes, the devil can take things like a tree and use it for the symbols that he wants to, just like the computer file people did. God is love, is he not? And they use hearts. So the devil can take whatever symbol he wants to and try to pervert it to something else. He can do whatever he wants to do. But God is love. And normally, children are looking for what? Love. They want somebody to love them and to guide them and to protect them and teach them and all of these things. And that's what God does for us. But Lucifer has no problem taking the symbols that mean such great things and using them for whatever else he wanted to. Your ancestors couldn't even protect themselves, or else they'll still be alive. What are you talking about? If your ancestors were so smart, why the hell they didn't know they was about to die? And why didn't they stop it? How could they protect me and they couldn't even protect their own self? Y'all don't be making no sense. They couldn't protect themselves when they was alive, but they gonna protect me. Well, why the? That's hell crazy as hell. Oh, Jesus. I don't need them to protect me. I gotta live in God. With armies of angels that move. Like, matter of fact, y'all seeing them in the skies right now. You can keep your ancestors. I already got security guards. No, thank you. I don't want them. Tell them they can call the job off. I don't need them to protect me. I don't want no parts of that. Yeah, the angels is already here. Y'all see the ones where they showing the lights and the light is expanding, and y'all see all the circles and the lights, and they keep saying, oh, that's light fragmentation and whatever they calling it, refracting and all of that. No, it ain't. Who remembers me telling y'all the story about me and my friend being in a room and the mist started to pour in my room, and I was on my bed and I had like the old glass tables that used to, the oval ones with the solid base on them and just a little glass oval on the top of it, but it was like seat like 3 or 4, you know, the small ones. I put that in my room as my desk at that time because I had just moved in. Excuse me, until I got a different one. So me and my friend was sitting in my room. I was on my bed. It was a chair in the middle of us that was right under the window, and I always leave my window cracked, right? And she was sitting on the opposite side of the table. Now, mind you, the blinds is open, like the window. It was the not vertical blind. Yeah, whatever, the blind, not vertical blinds, but you know the blinds that go all the way to the side. So I pushed them all the way to horizontal blinds. Pushed them to the side, so it's just trees and everything back there, whatever. So we in there having our Bible study or whatever. And all of a sudden, y'all, fog just starts rolling in the room. Now, mind you, my window is always cracked about this much. So it wasn't the window that opens vertically. This is, you know, a sliding window this way. Now, this is only like her second or third time being in my house, right? And I can't remember what we was talking about, but I know it was the Bible. And all of a sudden, we both see all of this fog, like pouring in the room, but the crack ain't that much. And I'm looking at her, she looking at me. And then all of a sudden, now mind you, right before this, you know how you can feel the power of God, all the hair on your body stand up, all this stuff. All of a sudden, you see on the wall, okay, so say for instance, this is the window, right? I'm right here. The chair is open. She's across the glass table in another chair at the end of the window. Mind you, this window went pretty much my whole room. You know what I'm saying? It's a long window. So she's on the other side of the actual glass table. There's an open chair and I'm sitting on my bed. Y'all, why? On the wall, like this is the chair with nobody in it. And you just see like glittering. Right? but iridescent. All the hair on my body stood up. All the hair on her body stood up. And her face is looking like, right? Her face is looking like, what the? And I'm like, you see that too, right? There was nothing for the light to refract off of. There was nothing. Now, mind you, this lady older than me. We in here together. And you just see the iridescent light, like, but it's part window and part wall. Because the window probably started like right here. So you can see the iridescent way down here. You can see it right here, but ain't nothing but you. All it was, I promise y'all, this was in 2013. Like January, February 2013. No joke. No joke. And this lady was the crossing guard at my kids' school. So it ain't just like no random person. She was the crossing guard at my kids' school. This is also the lady that her hearing, remember I told y'all her hearing came back? When the doctor said whatever they said about her hearing, this is also the same lady that God told me to pray over her ears and have her put the oil in her hands and put it on her tongue and start to sing. And put her thumb. This is the same lady that her hearing popped and she could hear. And she sang. And she had been, what you call it? I don't want to say the wrong word. But hearing impaired for over 15 years. Her hearing just went away one day when she was in her 20s. She could completely, right. Her hearing was fine. And then it just went away. She was 79% hearing impaired in one ear and 97% in the other one. And they was talking about giving her cochlear implants, I guess, or something. I don't really know how it all works, but she was supposed to get these things, and they were basically telling her that it wasn't going to do any good. And so this is the same lady, but that hadn't happened yet. That happened later on, maybe 7-8 months later. That happened. With when her ears popped and she could hear. She was a beautiful voice, everything. Long story short, that's exactly what it was. That's exactly what it was. So she's sitting there, I'm sitting there to the point where she got up and left. It scared her so bad. I'm used to the kind of stuff because I be praying and I be like, I'm not in here by myself. I can feel it. She got up and left. She got up and left. You said, okay, we experienced that and ran from it. Oh, yeah. Yeah. But that's also the lady that her hearing was healed 6 to 8 months later. I'm used to it. But I just wanted to make sure she saw it. But y'all didn't see it happen here. I'll be sitting down and it's the face all the way up there. How? And this done happened a couple times. You hear me? I understand. I understand. But things like that. So I said that to say the way that the light is reflecting and refracting and all of that. No. Yep. Because if you look in those, think about this. What is that movie? The Red Dragon with Hannibal Lecter. The Red Dragon. Y'all remember how the wings went out like that on the Red Dragon, on that drawing? And then it was like the beast-like face on it. Y'all remember? You remember how that looked? How they had it? Like, and it went. If you look at those light things, it's the exact shape as that. I'm trying to find the painting. Can you show us the whole thing? Okay, there we go. Look at. Demons are what? What is Lucifer? Yeah, Rob, it's a real thing. What are demons? Fallen angels. They're still angels, they're just fallen angels. It's still an angel. God made them ugly, but they're still angels. Do we know that angels, a lot of them have wings? Not all of them, but a lot of them do. And every time they describe their wings, it don't look like nothing we ever seen. It ain't like bird wings, it's different. How many birds you seen with 7 sets of wings? How many birds you seen with 4 sets of wings? Most birds got 2 wings. Remember we talked about earlier about being incorporeal? You don't think that those light brights look like it? The refracting light looks like something incorporeal that takes up space, but it doesn't take up mass. But you can see it, but you can't touch it, but you can't. They're changing forms. What did we talk about today? Did we talk about chimeric DNA or chimeric cells? X-File, come on, nephew. You already know. Marvin said X-File vibes. Exactly. My dad loves X-Files. I used to watch it with him too. My dad loves X-Files. Like, he could watch that all day probably. He loves it. In like 90s, I didn't, or whatever, whenever it first came out, I didn't understand why I watched it at first because I was a kid. Get it now. Get it now. All the way. We didn't know they was telling us without telling us, didn't we? I had started back recently. I went and started trying to watch it. Well, in the last year, I went back and started it over. Because I'm like, I didn't pay good enough attention. Like, I watched it. What's the other one? X-Files and, what's the other one that's like X-Files? Or is that X-Files? What's the other one that's like X-Files? No, not Supernatural. No. What is it called? No. 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 Okay, wait a minute. X-Files is with the lady and the man, right? The Lady and the Man professor, and it's the whole scientific deal going on. But there's another show that they had like that, but I want to say it was called something else. Hold on. Let me see if I can remember. So let me see. No. Just give me a second, y'all. What was that freaking show called? Fringe. 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 I used to watch Fringe. My dad watched X-Files. Fringe. That's what I went back and started watching. It was Fringe. I'm like, no. No, it's just Fringe. Fringe, 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 Fringe. Yes. Yes. Fringe is the one I watched in my... Good. Good. It's a good show. Make you think about everything that's happening right now. That's the one. Fringe. So Fringe and X-Files. Fringe, it's a really good show. It's gonna make you think about all the... And they got a lot of seasons of that, I think. Fringe, and it seemed like Fringe and X-Files, same thing. It's good. If you liked X-Files, you'll like Fringe. My dad, I watched X-Files too, but I really, because the doctor in Fringe is real quirky, and I like that. Like, he's real weird, but he's real smart. You know what I mean? But he real sarcastic too. He be calling people stupid on the low. That's probably why I like it. Walter is his name. That's my grandson's middle name too. Funny. Hilarious. And I'm not joking. 2008 to 2013 is when Fringe was on. Yeah. 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 Because X-Files, when was X-Files coming on? X-Files was coming on during that time too, wasn't it? Or maybe he was watching the reruns and I was watching, because I know he was watching, I was younger. I don't think it was 2008 when X-Files was out. That was out before that, wasn't it? Right. So X-Files, I used to watch. Right, that's what I'm saying. I used to watch X-Files with my dad when he was the one that watched X-Files, but I liked Fringe, and it wasn't nothing but an updated X-Files. Right. But he was still watching. He was still watching X-Files because I used to wonder why he. Like, yeah, yeah. So they was running at the same times. Yeah, they was running at the same times. Right. Like I said, he was watching it. I remember him watching it the X-Files when I was a little kid. I would watch it, but I'm probably asking too many questions. And then the updated version of that was Fringe, and I actually got into Fringe. So I watched both. I've watched X-Files and that, but that X-Files was like more my dad's show. Fringe was my show, but they're pretty much the same or similar. Like Doctor on House. Exactly, Angela. That's my other. I love House, girl. And I was a Doogie Howser kid too. Doogie Howser, yeah. Go figure. Makes sense now, don't it? I ain't even gonna tell y'all the other shows I watched. Did all of the Stranger Things, yes. My ex-husband used to watch Stranger Things, and my son watches Stranger Things. Mm-hmm. That, and they used to watch Stranger Things and Black Mirror. Mm-hmm. Grey's Anatomy, all of that. My girls are, they know everything about Grey's Anatomy. And the spin out. You said From is good too. House is my show. I watched all the seasons. Girl, got them on DVD. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. All the, yeah. My daughters like CSI. Search how to watch some platforms cost and don't have full seasons. Okay. Well, you know they gonna do it, Daniel. We don't gotta tell them to go look, and that's our theme: seek and find. I'll be right back, y'all. I don't know if I want to drink coffee or not. I'm probably not. Give me a second. I'm sorry, y'all. Sorry I had to see me flip that man off too, but people be so, they make me want to vomit. Uh-oh. You said iZombie got me with the food, solving crimes, and the creativity ER. It's good. Yep. Oh, I love Bones. Bones is my show. I watched Bones, all of them, probably 6 times every season. I've probably seen each one of those probably more than 6 times. I was so sad when they canceled that show, and they ain't made no remake or nothing. Like, what the heck? Bring my show back. I was so mad. Oh, love Bones, honey. Nope. Nope, India. I watched Medium for a minute, but I don't need no ghost, no, because I already know what that feel like. I don't need nobody to show it on TV. I don't need no spirits whispering in my ear. No, no, no. Don't even worry about it. No. I already know what that feel like. I don't need to see that on TV. I don't remember. Family checkout. Family Dollar, they had DVDs on sale. Clearance, I got them for $1.50. Also, Advanced Auto Parts, they closing a lot of their stores. They got some stuff up to, the only thing that ain't on sale is batteries and something else. Y'all see that? Hello? Advanced Auto Parts is going out of business, or they closing some of their stores, and they stuff is up to 75, 80% off. The man said the only thing that ain't on sale is batteries. And one other thing, but everything else, parts, everything. So if you know what I'm saying, you might need some brake pads or something, go on in there and check it out. I saw Big Lots is not closing now. Somebody bought them. Yeah, I told y'all though. Yeah, I just seen it today, Mari. But did we talk about it? That's a deal for regular people too. I just got off the phone with y'all niece today, telling her, you better go buy your parts, cause I don't pay for parts. Not you. I'm gonna go get the parts myself, unless you can get them cheaper. And I want to see how much they cost on your phone. Cause if not, I'm buying my own parts. I'm only paying you for labor. That's it. I'm not paying you for nothing else. So brake pads, thermostats. Oh hell no! I go get a couple of them. You hear me? Go get me a little radiator and put it up. Get me some hoses. Y'all think I'm playing? I grew up in a family of mechanics. The women in my car know how to drop an engine. I don't, but the older women do. But I guarantee you this: I know the stuff I always gotta buy to have air filters. You said I do a mechanical up, but it's not my habit. Listen, all the stuff. Think I ain't going to give me some oil and some transmission fluid? Yeah, my aunties all know how to drop engines and can rebuild them too. My auntie is 70 something years old, and she can take she can't even read. She's like 76 or 77, and she can take an engine apart and put it back together. She can take a alternator apart and put it back together. She can take what's the other one, the carburetor, take it and can't even read. I'm trying to tell you what I know. Can and can't read, and she's 76 or 77 years old, and she can drop a motor, baby, take it apart piece by piece and put it back together and fix it. Sure can. 76, 77 years old. Yeah, everything. Trying to tell you, I come from a whole different line of women. Her husband showed her how to do all of that stuff. My auntie is, man, listen. That's why I said this is why though. When I was married, and I used to be telling my ex, you don't hear that knocking? Or I get in the car, this nigga then bent the damn. Oh God! I used to be like, what did you hit? What you talking about? I said, you don't hear that ball bearing popping? If you turn the music down, you can hear it. I took an auto body and auto mechanics in high school. I can rebuild an engine. Thanks, Westinghouse. Come on, auntie. Come on, auntie. Spark plugs and come on, auntie. Auntie said, I took a auto mechanics class. I can rebuild the engine too. Come on, auntie. Who about to be? They don't like it. A lot of them don't like it, but I can't be waiting around on you to show up. I got to be able to either know to go get the parts and know somebody that's going to fix it right now, because I don't got time for your ego because you think I can't get it done. And that is where my problem probably came in my marriage. Because you think I'm going to sit and keep asking you. I'm only going to ask you one time. After that, I'm going to get it done myself. And then you're going to come back and you're going to be like, well, I had somebody do it. Well, I can't depend on my man, so I got to depend on a man. And I'm not going to sit here and be in lack and not have a running car or whatever because you too busy to pay attention. That don't have nothing to do with me. I got kids. I got to be able to get my babies from point. You drive around with no gas. I ain't doing that. I don't let my car get under half a tank. Because that's what my brother taught me. You better get better gas mileage when you don't. So I ain't just driving around and be driving around trying to act like I need to be seen. I'm only going where I need to go. I'm going to put me a fuel injector in there on a full tank every time so it can keep all that stuff clean in there, all them headers and stuff clean. Like, you're going to tear up your car. I'm not going to tear up my car. No. No, I only move with a purpose. I ain't going nowhere just to be visiting. It better be some stuff I need to do on the way. Auntie, so we was raised different. Not a male in this house don't know how to work on anything. I'm trying to tell you, boy, his nails used to be cleaner than mine. And his hands softer too. And he drove trucks and was unloading stuff all day. But that nigga's hands, softer than mine. Is. And his nails stay clean. Stay, baby. My stuff was looking like a like I do construction. I'm trying to tell you. I do not have time. I laid the towel in the house, built the bed. Look, I'm not about to keep asking you. Just say you don't know so I can go on and do it. Because I'm trying to be nice and include you, but I don't have to. Because I know how to do it by myself. I would like for you to help me. But then if you start criticizing, oh, that ain't how you, never mind, don't even worry about it. So then you just come home and it's done. Because I realized when I try to work, listen, I got it on video. We was building a bed. That ain't going to work. Nigga, I done built 4 beds. And they still lasting. You ain't never built one. And I had to take it apart and put it back together. I waited till he went to his homeboy's house and built it. I'm not about to keep doing this with you. I'm trying to show you. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to teach you. But if you don't want to learn, I am not going to stop or stunt what I have to do or stop my progress because you don't understand. I need a bed. You ain't got the money to buy it. So then we're going to build the bed until we can buy one. I'm trying to work with you because I don't have to. I don't have to. I'm trying to tell you. And it just got to be too much of a pull and tug. I'm not about to, listen, I know how to keep my car up. I know how to pay my bills on time. I know how to handle my house. I know how. I'm trying to teach you. Stuff you said you knew, but clearly you don't, because when you know, you do. I still ain't did it yet. Give me time. It's still right though. I still ain't did it. I told you what I was doing the other day. I've been sleepy and I don't want to waste it. So I'm gonna wait. I'll tell you when I get it. The first one I'm doing is the popcorn. I ain't did it yet. I mean the pickle. I thought about it last night, but I don't want to waste it. And if I do it while I'm sleepy, I won't eat it all and then I'm gonna waste it. So give me a second. I'm gonna get to it. It's right there still. Believe me, I'm gonna eat it. You sound like my kids. Mama, you gonna eat that candy bar? Mama, did you eat that candy bar yet? Mom, did you eat the ice cream yet? Mom, are you gonna eat this ice cream? I am. You just gotta let me get the taste for it. Then you'll be mad because I done ate all of them. I'll be trying to figure out which one. Hey. So, and that's not to demean any man if you don't know how to do things, but it is kind of really, really, really hard to look up to a man that don't know how to do nothing and doesn't want to learn. I don't care if you don't know how, if you'll let me teach you. And then I'll let you do it, and so you can feel manly. But if you don't know how, and you think I'm going to keep letting you run me into the ground, that's not going to happen. Mm-mm. Either you learn or you move away. I can't. I don't want to keep tearing up cars. Well, I don't tear them up. I don't want you to keep tearing up cars if you don't know. Just say, nobody ever taught me how to listen. You know what I'm saying? Nobody ever taught me how to, whatever it is that you don't know how to do. You see, well, I'm waiting on you. I'm scared and I love pickles. You scared of what? If I'm gonna like the popcorn, you know my greedy tail gonna like it. I like popcorn, period. So I'm probably gonna like all of them. Don't worry about it. And I'm just trying, Daniel, because I told you I gotta go on a diet. While thinking about how I'm about to mix this lemon curd in this whipped cream and put it in this thing tomorrow for my Sunday dinner. Just give me a minute. I gotta space these snacks out. I had to make myself not go to the store today and get some more snacks. I don't know. It's just give me a minute. Trying not to eat girl, I have to make myself not, because baby I'm like, ooh, that sound good, yumma. No. No, CERCA. Don't do it. Then be mad when you trying to put your clothes on and don't know everything fit like it's your grandson's clothes. No. I'm trying hard. I'm trying hard. What if I gotta run? I be out of breath. Gotta lose me about 10, 15 pounds now. Maybe about 10. And then start doing some cardio for sure. Because I be out of breath every day. Like, okay. Yep, I'm just sitting down here for a minute. And sitting down here for a minute be 2 hours. Like today, y'all, I don't know why. For the anybody else, it's been hard to get out the bed. And I don't got no holidays. All my days is the same. So, but it was so hard for me to get out of bed today. Like, just feel like drowsy. Anybody else? It's been hard to get out of the bed. Like, for me. No, it's not the weather. It ain't the weather because I don't go outside. So it really can't affect me that much. It's always the same in here. But baby, I've been tired. And I got blackout curtains. I still used to get up at 3 o'clock. But when I tell you it be hard to get out the bed, and it's been frustrating me too. Right. Yeah, extra tired for some reason. Right. Baby, because normally I'm up, I'm moving, baby. I got up, laid back down, got back up, laid back down. I'm like, what is it? Okay, lemongrass. That part. The last couple of days been so hard for me to get out the bed. I'm like, what the heck? I mean, for the first hour, I'm just like, I'm gonna lay here. I'm not even, normally, once I'm up, I'm out of my bed. Baby, I've been laying in the bed for an hour just laying there. Something. No, sunshine tree. Because, baby, it's been so hard for me. That's why we've been having these late classes. I'm not getting up until like 11 o'clock. Like, I might get up early and go back to sleep. You said witchcraft. I don't do witchcraft. And witchcraft don't affect me. When you got the Holy Ghost, you don't got to worry about witchcraft. It's a shield. Yeah. I'm not saying you don't need to know what it is, but you know. That stuff don't affect me. Unless you're talking about something they putting in the water or the air, then that I can see. But as far as like actual spells, no. God already rebuked all of that stuff. I've been sleeping well. That's the problem. I don't be wanting to get up. That is the whole issue. Nigga be knocked out. Sleep. I mean, good sleep. And I was like, okay, not that you shouldn't have good sleep, but it's just been hard for me to get up. I'm just going to say it's been hard. Like, it might be hard for me to get up tomorrow. But also, too, I think that maybe God gave me a lot of energy because we needed to get so much information out. And now he's kind of just letting me rest. I feel like that. Almost like resting before the crazy come. What if that's it, y'all? I've been thinking about that. You said work, carbon tire. Thought it was something wrong. Right. I've been thinking about that too. What if he's letting us get rest? Like the calm before the storm almost. Because we've been going hard for 3 years. Learning, understanding, doing this, doing that, blah, 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 blah. And maybe he is like, because if you're already exhausted, then it's going to be hard to function, right? So what if he's giving us, like, rest? That was my devotional the other day. That's why I just chilled out today. So maybe that's it. Come on and confirm it for us, girl. Yes, sir. Daniel. Yeah, I know mine has, because I didn't work this one down to the bone. You hear me? In the last 3 years, yeah, I didn't. It's a lot. What you got, sir? Ooh, get, oh, you gotta move slowly. You being pull something loose. It ain't nobody here to come get me. Shoot, you have to crowd to the door to let the peoples in. What's going on, Daniel? Have you ever looked at a person and saw them dead? Yes. That's why I don't like looking in people's eyes sometimes. I told y'all that. Remember, I told you sometimes he allows me to see sickness. I can see death on a person. Like, I have to tell people they're gonna die without telling them they're gonna die. Of course. And that's why I don't be wanting to get close to people. Yep. Too many times to count. I sure have. Yeah, and it's not a good feeling. That's why I don't be trying to meet people in person. I'm gonna be honest. That's one of the main reasons I don't be wanting to get close to people either. Hey, remember I told y'all that what to do if they are close? You pray, but a lot of times that's just God prepping you for Him taking them away so that you don't be devastated. Yeah, and two things. It could be death to the relationship you have with that person, or it could be a physical death. So just ask God for a revelation, because it could be like, like God letting you know this person won't be in your life no more, or this person won't be on earth anymore. It could be one or the other. Mm-hmm. Because there are people like prime example, my ex-husband used to have dreams. I don't I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I can't. That's why I said you're gonna have to go to God and ask Him to give you revelation, because I can't say yes or no, because that's God's call. That's why I said you gotta go to God and get revelation. Ask Him to reveal to you if it's a physical death or if it is a death to a relationship, something like that, because He knows exactly what it means. Yep, He's gonna tell you. You just have to go to Him, because I don't know why He showed you. You know what I mean? But He'll give you revelation for sure. Mm-hmm. Yep, He'll give you revelation. But yeah, that's why I'm be trying to get close to people. I experienced that a lot too. Yeah. And that's why I don't be trying to. Because I don't be knowing if He's setting me up. Oh, I told y'all after my godmother told me, baby, God gonna have you talking to people, helping them transition. I said, transition where? Because my mom do dead people. She said, baby, you never know. Sometimes God gonna let people call, and they just gonna start telling you stories, and you just gonna have to listen. Because you might be the person that they're like giving their last will and testament to, and you don't know. I said, Mama, that ain't my life. I'll be danged if it didn't start happening. What's always happened. I'll be the last person to see a lot of people alive, and I don't like that. Or I be and seen them that day, and then they don't nobody see them breathing no more. I only want that in my life. Like, I try to steer clear of that as much as possible. And that's why when people be want me to meet people and talk to people, I be like, Who is it? What's going on? I told y'all about the man I called my grandpa. You hear me? When I met him, God showed me it was something in his chest. And I will say, like on Thursday or Friday, I said, hey, The next time you go to the doctor, you need to have them check your chest. And he said, "Oh, Angel, I already got an MRI or whatever scheduled, blah blah blah." Well, when he went to the hospital on that. Mind you, I didn't even know him this long. He went to the hospital like with that Tuesday, and when they did his MRI, they found 4 nodules in his lungs. It was stage 4 cancer. Not you saying let this play pass by me with those words on it. Listen. God, I'll do it if you want to. Yeah. Because God told me in March that he was going to die. He died December. God told me he would not see the new year, and he died December 31st at 11:30 p.m. So 9 months before that, God told me he was going to die. I had just met him. He didn't even know he had cancer yet. I say I met him. Whenever I met him, God told me he was going to pass in March. The doctors diagnosed him. Because I met him, but I wasn't, so I hadn't known him that long. But when 3 months, I say, when he and I started talking, he's an older man. I call him my grandpa. And long story short, God told me in March he was going to pass away. In June or July, something like that, they diagnosed him. I had seen him, and I'm like, you need to have him check you, blah, 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 blah. He died in December at 11:30 p.m. He did not see the year 2015. He died 30 minutes before. And I told y'all the story. I predicted my grandmother's neighbor just casually said he won't make Christmas, and he died. Right. But this is the thing. This man wasn't sick at first. He was still catching him some, sin and everything. He was cool. Cutting up. I'm trying to tell you. And then. Yep. And so I had to walk around for 9 months. It was other pastors telling him God was going to heal him. He was going to get better. I didn't say nothing because I had already seen him in his casket. And I told you I didn't go to his funeral. My friend went to the funeral, and she said exactly what I described him in several months earlier, like 4 months earlier, is exactly what he wore, how they had him dressed in his casket. Suit, casket, everything. Everything. The color of his casket, and I didn't watch nothing. She came back to the house, and her eyes was real big. And I'm like, what's wrong with you? She said, you remember how you said you saw him in his dream, what colors and everything, the casket? I said, yeah. She said, that's exactly what it looked like. Suit, everything. And I was like, that's crazy. But God know I don't do dead people. So he let me see the funeral before they even had it. Casket, suit, colors, down to the T. Because when she finally showed it, I said, yep, that's exactly how. But I had already described it to her. Let's say I seen him in his casket in August. But it was pastors telling him that he was going to get better, and he was going to live all this many years, and God had already told me no. That's why I had started like having him reach out to his son he hadn't seen in his only child, 27 years he hadn't seen him. He got to meet his grandkids for the first time. He started, his son started to come and pick him up every Sunday, and he would go eat with his daughter-in-law, his son. So he got to spend the last months of his life with his baby, even though he missed out on 27 of his years. I think the son might have been like 34 or something at the time. You said I had a dream. My mom died in November 2000 in the middle of the month, and she passed in my early 20s. Yep. I remember I told you, I said I sat and we would sit in this closet, and we'd just be in there talking, and I would turn my computer on and just let him talk about his life. But when he passed, I put all of those videos on a chip. I mean, on not the fire stick, but a memory stick for his son, and gave it to him so that his grandkids and his son could know his life. He just thought he was in there telling me his own stories. He didn't know I was recording them for a purpose. But I couldn't tell him, hey, you're going to leave the earth by the end of this year. So you want to talk about, I just had to kind of tell me about your life. And what did you do in your 20s? And what did you do? Do you mind if I record this? Because I record people's stories, blah, 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 blah. And when he died, I put it all on there and gave it to his son. Did the same thing to for another one of my homegirls too. Yeah, but I be hoping he don't. I don't be wanting to be in them situations. Get me to tell him about the baby, the house. Why I got to be coming bringing the bad news? I don't be wanting to do that. Cause think about it. The stuff we talk about here, people consider it bad news, do they not? What we're preparing for, people consider that negative, don't they? I always got to bring the stuff people don't want to talk about. I know not you, but I'm saying outside of where we at, if you get to talking about the end of the world, if you get into talking about the secret agent squirrel, come on, Mari, for real. Listen, but think about it. If you start trying to talk to people about prepping because it ain't gonna be no food in the store, they say you're being negative. Do they not? Ain't that what they say? You're being paranoid. You're being. They don't want to hear that information. They don't want to hear that things could be coming to this place that are in other places. Excuse me. So then they view you, they stop answering, they don't want to talk to you. If you gonna talk about that stuff, I don't want to talk to you, blah 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 blah. Okay, right. I always gotta talk about the stuff people don't want to hear. It's been my job for a very long time. Listen. Nobody wanted to hear when I was talking about it on here. People like, no, I'm gonna. Oh, okay, well, do you? Eggs are $34.99 out here. It's coming. Where you at, Tay? $34.99 for 5 dozen. I know you're not lying. I already know you're not lying because I got 6 things and it was over $30. I got some cheese. California. 5 dozen eggs, $34, y'all. You used to be able to get 5 dozen eggs for under $9 at Walmart for sure. They wasn't even $10. I spent like $10 a month on eggs. $7 to $10, and they $34. Tay. 1 dozen here is $12.99. Where you at? It's $17. You said, yep, I was at the store and no eggs. Isabel and Callie, she said it wasn't no eggs. No way. Where the chickens at? Wow. $34 for 60 eggs. They about to put no, the farmers is going out of business. We just talked about that this week. Yeah. And Costco has none either. What's one of the first things that I asked y'all to buy over here? You had to get a carton. One carton was $19. Are you telling me that 12 eggs cost you $19? About order some right now. What's Mm-mm. 12 eggs cost $19. Is that what you're telling me? 12. Or is it 24 eggs cost $19? Isabel, I need you to tell me which one it is. 12 eggs cost $19. Just $17 on Christmas is $20 now for a box of 60. Interesting. $24 eggs was $19. That's what I thought she said. She in Cali. 24 eggs cost her $19. That's almost $1 an egg. When 3 years ago, you could get a carton of eggs for $1.99, $2.59. The eggs wasn't even whole $3 for 12. Sometimes 24 might be $3.50. And now 24 eggs is 24 eggs is $19. Oh my God. The bird flu, over 200 cases in Alabama allegedly, but eggs here right now still $2.49. I'd be dehydrating all the eggs I could. I would be dehydrated. You can dehydrate in your oven, honey. I'd rather have a high electric bill and enough eggs. Why eggs is still cheap? I'd be dehydrating them. Dang, I wish I could send them from AZ. They're still cheap here. Listen, I would be dehydrating wherever you can get some eggs from. I'd be dehydrating them right now if I was you. If you don't have no dehydrated eggs, I'd be going and if they cheap where you at, I'd be getting all the eggs I could eat. Oh my God. $19 for 24. Most times when I cooked breakfast for me, my ex-husband, and my 3 daughters, I had to use a whole carton of eggs for breakfast. I just paid almost $10 for 18 eggs, and me and the guy were looking at each other like, wow. I'm gonna go on and make me some coffee. Let me make me some coffee. Cause baby, what is going on? OMG, God, thank you. Okay, y'all, do me a favor real quick. Do me a favor real quick while my coffee is warming up. I'm making some coffee. Do me a favor real quick. Go look up how much eggs at your area store was 3 years ago, 2 years ago, and 1 year ago. And then think about the people that told you was crazy for buying powdered eggs. Okay? I'll be right back. Look up, you can go to Walmart, look up Walmart egg prices, put your zip code in for this year. And so 21, 22, 23, and 24. Let's get the egg prices. So the next time somebody tells you you're paranoid or you're doing too much, show them just with eggs what the price used to be 3 years ago and what it is now. Then ask them, how many eggs do you use a month? So what would have only cost you $20 a month 3 years ago might cost you $80 to $90 now for the same amount of eggs. Was you crazy for buying powdered eggs? Was you crazy for buying powdered eggs? Was you? Was you or you or you or you? What you said, Mari? Hold on. You said yes, reset. I just need, because you can go look it up right now. But for real, let's see how much more it costs you to eat the same amount of eggs. That's nice. That is crazy, Dad. Absolutely insane. $19. Now that is so crazy. Is there water in here? No. There's so many in it. In 21, they were 172. In 22, they were 360. And in 23, they was 516. Did you hear that? In 2021, a carton of eggs was 172. In 22, it was 360. In 23, it was $5.16. And how much is it now? My aunt just told me that for Thanksgiving, she said she's never buying dehydrated eggs because she used to get them free from the commodity back. We talked about it, didn't we, sis? Eggs are $3.97 for a dozen, and Sam's had 24 eggs for $6.56 in Florida. Interesting. Well, you know, Tawana's in Florida, Miss Rosa in Florida too, and she said she just paid $10 for 18. So it depends on where you live. Because Isabel just paid $19 for 24 eggs in Cali. And someone else just paid $34 for five for 60. You said the internet is lying. You've been in the store and they start at $8.99. Maybe where you are, pumpkin. December 21 at Publix they was $1.79. In 22 they was $5.89, and in 23 they was $5.99. Every place is gonna be different because of taxes, how far they are away from farmlands and all that kind of stuff. The prices are not gonna be the exact same everywhere because of the cost of living is different. So it just depends on where you at. That's crazy. They've quadrupled in price, basically. Went up more than 3 times. From almost $2 to almost $6 or more for 1 carton of eggs, depending on where you live. Y'all don't think that's crazy? Huh? We talked about in 22 that in 2 years, going on 3, that the prices was going to be double or triple. Did we not? Well, it's been 3 years roughly since we've been here. And y'all just did the numbers. Okay. 1167 for 36, 1926 for 60, and 397 for 12 in Montgomery right now. Interesting. Did we talk about it, and is it true? Who was here in 22? And I said, God told me that in 2 to 3 years that the eggs are going to, everything, food, everything is going to be 2 or 3 times the price. Is it not that right now? What a chicken cost in 22? No. Steaks is $100. 2 T-bone steaks, I seen it. They were $79 for 2 T-bones. You used to be able to get 2 nice T-bones for under $30. And then we didn't have powdered eggs for like 6 months. Come on. So was God telling us what was up or no? Are you happy you bought your survival stuff in 22 and 23? Now y'all see why I told y'all, and I said this back in 22. I said if you wait, this $2,500 cart is gonna be almost $8,000 or more. I said it's gonna cost you a lot more, and you're gonna get a lot less if you wait. And money is not gonna spread as far. God warned us to the T about everything that was coming. While everybody else was kicking it and trying to show how much more they had, we wasn't even worried about none of that. We just trying to get our buzz, because now they talking about turning off the internet, baby. What you gonna do in that house if you can't watch TikTok and YouTube and TV? What you gonna do? What you gonna do for your mind? People, this is why people gonna be going crazy with cabin fever. I told y'all. I said buy the valuable things. Buy the valuable things. You said DVDs. Yeah, but most people don't have a generator. So if the power is out, how you gonna run the DVD player? Most people, when the power go out, they got to go run out and buy candles and find their flashlights. They ain't got no generator. They got to wait till the power come back on. You have rechargeable light bulbs, but I'm saying if the power is out and you don't have a generator, you won't be able to run the TV. How you gonna run a DVD player and a TV if you don't have anything to plug it into? If the power is out, you can't turn the TV on or the DVD player. So you would have to have an alternate power source to run everything you normally run. Got it. Okay. You have a generator. That's right. I'm saying most people don't. It would not be as many people complaining when the power goes out about how long it took for them to get it back on if they had generators. And all of us have seen on the news somebody complaining about it took the light company 12 days, 7 days, 4 days, all my food spoiled, period. 2021 178, 2022 320, and 2023 559. So exactly what God told us not even 36 months ago is a reality 35 months later, 34 and a half, whatever you want to call it. Still feel crazy about buying all that stuff? I know you don't. Especially not when the bird flu was back and ain't about to be no eggs. You said yours was out 2+ weeks and you had all your stuff, then you didn't. Who crazy now? And what y'all think about to happen when all these tariffs come? Depending on what's going on, you said I survived and my food. Come on. So that means depending on how these tariffs go, eggs could be $50 for 50. And then not 36. It could be $50 for 50 eggs, 60 eggs, or more. Facts, because the 2 days we were out of power, only 2 people had generators. One had a gas one, and I had my smaller solar generator, and that was it. Okay. And you was in Florida doing the hurricane thing. So there you go. And now generators are more expensive. Everything is more expensive. So my thing is this. Everybody gonna do what they want to. But I don't care what nobody say. Like I told y'all, don't nobody else have to believe it. When God tells me something, I don't care if the masses don't move. I get up and move. I don't care if people say, oh, you've been buying that stuff for years. And then it happened. And they like, where do I go get the stuff? Oh, you mean the stuff I've been buying for years? Oh, I don't know. I don't know where you can get it. Not for the low. When I was trying to tell you to go get it, you was laughing in my face, talking crazy, saying whatever you want to say. So, hey, figure it out. When we bought powdered eggs 3 years ago, people laughed in our face. But God told us that famine is not just that there isn't any food. Famine is you don't have enough money to buy all that you need, and you have to start deciding what is most important. Did we talk about it? You said some places you can rent a freeze dryer per hour. They do it for you. Didn't know that. Thank you for telling me. Interesting. You said, do you think the power would be out as well? Huh? It's gonna be out everywhere. It's gonna be out everywhere. When God say the world is gonna go dark, that's what he mean. People think it only mean where you at. That's why whenever I say, oh, I'm going to the islands, I'm going here. Nigga, it's gonna be everywhere. What part of that don't y'all understand? God said the people on the islands is gonna be going to the mainland. The people on the mainland gonna be trying to run to the islands, but both places they running into the same thing. So it's mind blowing that we got Dior bags in the sky, food high as giraffe booty, and folks are still like, I don't have to worry about anything. You said you didn't have internet for 2 months. Exactly. I believed you from the beginning. I just didn't have the income, but I took my tools and fuse and got what I could. And when the hurricane hit, I had what we needed to get through those 2 days. Come on. Come on. Come on. And it helped you understand which way you needed to go. My daughter is here visiting, so I will give her a rechargeable bulb to take back with her. I'm trying to tell you. My heart, y'all make my heart glad. And now you see why I kept saying, I'm only talking to the people that's listening. I'm not trying to argue with nobody. I don't have to prove anything to anybody because God is going to be my proof. And y'all been here with me for almost 3 years. Some of y'all been here 2 years. God is my proof, is he not? God is my proof, is he not? I said, y'all gonna be my witnesses. And if it ain't God, we'll see. But who been here and y'all was my witnesses? Okay, Joy. Y'all was my witnesses. And YouTube too is our witness. Been here 3 years. Look what we got. Come on, Tiff. I'm trying to tell you. That's what I'm like. You said been on point from day one. Because listen, this is the thing. I really do care about y'all souls. This is not about fame, fortune, money, nothing for me. This is about making sure that when we are presented with you so hungry, you take this and you can eat, you can be like, nah, I'm cool. You can hold out as long as you can. You don't have to be running and trying to get nothing from this global system. That's why I told y'all in the beginning, I said, this is not about no money, honey, because it ain't about to be none. That would be silly for me to try to rack up all this money and ain't about to be none. I try to talk to my aunts. It's like talking to a brick wall, Tiff. I'm trying to tell you. My mama, my brothers, my cousin, everybody. I'm over it. I got like, for real, I got 2 family members that's prepping. 2 of my cousins. Our mothers are sisters and brothers. I got 2 cousins, a girl and a guy that are prepping out of my whole family. I told y'all that my grandfather has over 1,000 descendants, or close to it. He had about 1,000 descendants. So out of over 800 people in my family, just from my grandfather, me and 2 of my cousins. My mama got a little bit of stuff, but she keeps stuff like that. But it ain't like survival type stuff. It's just she keep her house stocked with toilet paper, washing powder, soap, pine sol, bleach, that kind of thing. She does that. I've tried to tell my family, and they're not taking it seriously, right? And now you see why I said that your family members is going to be betraying you. Because they going to feel like you betraying them because you won't give them your stuff. You said nobody in my family is prepping except me and my husband, Jay Smith. I'm trying to tell you. And remember I told you everybody used to be like, oh, I'm going to come there with you. I said, no, you're not. 2 of my cousins, both male, prep, and mom, normal stuff. Everyone think I'm crazy. I already know. They don't even want to hear what I got to say. That's why I said I'm done talking. I'm only going to be talking to my 2 cousins about it. That's it. Because people are making their decisions right now. People are making their decisions, right? I told y'all, people was making their decisions back then. That part, there's not much time either. Less and less. We have 3 years less than we did when we started. Y'all know what else you can't find? Because I went looking for it again today. The news clip where they said that they had already started building the temple in 17. Y'all watched it with y'all own eyes, did y'all not? Y'all was here for that? We all watched the same video. When they gave the coin, the man said, when will you start? He said, we already started. That was in 16, 17. So why do they keep trying to tell us that this temple ain't built already? When there's literally news clippings saying, oh, they already started building it. They started building it in 17. So why is we waiting on something to be built that they got news, whole video saying we already started building it? They was talking about it might be done in 18 in the video. Remember? We all watched it together. Did we? Your eyes saw the same thing that mine saw, and your ears heard the same thing that mine heard, right? Was y'all here for that? The day I showed it, and the man, and they was so excited, and President Trump gave the money, and blah blah blah. We broke ground in 17. We watched it, and now they're saying they have to build it. Which do you think is the truth? They saying it's gonna take 7 years to build it. Can I ask you? I did the math today. 7 years from 2017 is how many years? I mean, what year? Excuse me. 7 years. Do y'all remember they said they dedicated the temple to him? They finished building it in 22. I mean, in 2020. We looked all of this up online, did we not? We did a whole class about this. That they finished building it and dedicated it or whatever it was in 2020. From 17 to 2020. Y'all remember this class? It was like they dedicated it in March of 2020 or something like that. Y'all remember? We literally looked all of this up. So how are you building something that y'all said y'all had already started building in 17 and dedicated it in 2020, but now it don't exist? Make it make sense. It's whole news videos because it was all over the news when he was doing it, when he gave him the money, when he moved the embassy there, when he did all of this stuff. All of that stuff was all on the news. How did it just go away? Where's the building they was building in 2016? In 2017, in 2018, in 2019, where's the building? You said I just saw that it will open in 2025. Tiff, the temple that they lying talk about gotta be built is gonna open in 2025, and they said it was gonna take 7 years to build it. 7 from 2017 to 2020. Baby, listen. I told y'all that nigga was about to come out, didn't I? I told y'all that nigga was about to come out. That's why all of these. The third temple. Come on, Tiff. Why is they lying talking about they gotta build it if it's a. And baby, listen. I'll be right back. I'm gonna take my medicine. OMG. OMG. That's why the food is so hot. Could this be why the Bible says that his people was going to be deceived? Because they think they got another 7 years for the temple to be built. They don't think the Antichrist, they think that the Antichrist was going to show up and then they had another 7 years, but he showed up in 2022. The same year that the red heifers that they've been looking for over 2,000 years, they found. The same year that the fish were belly up in the oceans. The same year that the cows was laid over dead in Texas, in Kansas. Just look up Temple Jerusalem. Just look up Temple Jerusalem. I don't know. I don't think it has a name. You said the visitor center is opening in 2025. Listen to me. Listen. They already built the temple. They already built it. I don't know how the hell they about to try to play this off, but we all watched the video. They started building the temple in 17 or 16. Yeah. We all watched the video. I also feel that it is a video that was on Global News. A lot more people would be acting different now too. Right. Mari, was you here for the class when I showed the video? The guy getting all excited and the reporter asked him, he said, so when are you guys going to break ground? He said, we already started building it. He said it should have been finished by like 18. We all watched the video, did we not? And it was on the news because I saw it when I was still married to my husband, ex-husband. I was married when I saw that video. That's how I was able to tell y'all about it. I got married in 16. You wasn't in here? We was in here. I just re-showed it. It ain't even been 6 months since I showed it again. Literally showed the clip. It's a little Jewish dude standing there. The reporter is asking him. They probably scrubbed it off the internet when you showed us. Probably. That's what they do with all the stuff we be looking at. Do they not? There's stuff that we researched in 22 that we can't find nowhere on the internet right now. It's been happened several times. We all looked at it together. And then when we went back, it wasn't there. And we all looked at it together. You remember you showed it to us in 2 different classes. Come on, sure did. I showed it to y'all when we first got here. And I showed it to y'all like recently. In 22 or 23, I showed that video. And then this year I showed it. Sure did. And went to look for it today. Couldn't find it nowhere. I went to look for it today. Couldn't find it nowhere. I don't know if I'm going to have to see if I downloaded it to my phone where I saved it at. But how are y'all telling the world y'all already started building the temple and now y'all saying y'all about to start building it? You said there is an article on Jewish Voice from 2022. Come on. It started 10 years earlier. They saying the new build is going to start in 2026, but they said they already started building it in 2017 when he moved the, what's the name over there? Because the money that he gave them allowed them to start building the temple. I know this because me and my ex-husband talked about it because we was watching it on the news. You said, yeah. We all seen it together. We literally watched it together. Screams from the back of the class, someone lying, laugh out loud, and it ain't us. Mari, we all watch. Like Mr. Rose said, I showed it when I first got on TikTok. I showed it. And then in this last year, I showed it again. Let me see if it's a downloaded video on my phone. Let me get my phone. Because, baby, where is all my stuff at? Hold on. I think sometimes when they update our phones, they be removing stuff. Where did I save it? Give me a second, y'all. Where the heck is this video at? Because I know I showed it to y'all on my phone. Let me look at my downloads. This is all pictures. Where the heck I'm going to have to find it. I probably ain't going to be able to do it now, but I'm going to find it before I get back on here tomorrow. Because I literally showed the video in class. I wish I remember which class that was. Good night. I did show you. I know. And I'm going to find it. I'm going to find that video. I don't know which device it's on or where it's at, but I'm going to find it. And we will be CERCA, the miscegenation change definition to only mixed races and not species. Are you serious? So it's not a mix of species anymore. It's now mixed races. Do you understand why I tell you to write your definitions down or screenshot them? This is why you need old dictionaries too. I hope y'all eyes is seeing the same thing I'm seeing, cause baby, I'm gonna find that video. It's gonna drive me until I find it. I'm gonna find that video, because how are you rebuilding something you already built? Hey, how are you rebuilding something that you already built? Did that make sense to y'all? Do it. We literally watched a video that said that they started building it. He gave them the money. I was telling my TT that just last night. We looked everywhere. You looking too? You can't find it? Why would they take that off? This is why stuff like that, I screen record it. But I also think too that when they update our phones, stuff that they don't want us to have, they just take it out. Because there's videos that I know I recorded that don't be in my phone. I didn't delete them, and I have backup storage, and they be nowhere. Kind of like they did with the Miami alien stuff. Y'all remember how everybody said they took videos and all of that, and the videos were just gone from their phones? Y'all remember that? I think when they update our phones, I think that's what they do. Because think about it. When it's updating, it literally goes through your files to update. You said even Google. Right. That's what I'm talking about. Because I know there's stuff that I have that is, I'm like, where is my picture? Nowhere. And what am I paying for this storage for if it's not holding on to them? This ain't alarming to y'all just a little bit? Did y'all see the new system that the Oklahoma governor or whatever put in? They changed it to hybrid. So they changed the word miscegenation to hybrid and not the mixing of species. Y'all know what I thought about too? I got 3 unabridged dictionaries from the Goodwill. Come on. Interesting. Interesting. You seen it? Are you in Oklahoma? Y'all seen it? You seen it, Lady SK. Ain't that crazy? And you know the rest of the states about to adopt it. Y'all need to look up what they said. If you don't get accepted into a college or a trade school or can't afford to pay for it, they're not giving your kid a diploma. Did you hear that? If you cannot pay, classroom to career. Look it up. She live in Oklahoma. You will not get your child will not get if they don't get accepted. And think about it, the Board of Education is going away, so they don't have to do nothing on fairness. And my son says they have constant military presence recruiting kids at high school. Yep. You saw it today? So think about it. If the Board of Education and all of these equality things go away, then you won't get into college. And you won't get accepted in a trade school. Basically, the guy in Oklahoma is called Education to Career. They will not give your kid a high school diploma if they're not already accepted into go into trade school, college, or military. Yep, to get your degree. Yeah. Tell me that ain't crazy. Yep. Or classroom to career, right. So say your baby don't want to do none of that. Don't want to go to trade school, don't want to go to college. They will not get their, or the military, they will not hand them a diploma. But if the BOE didn't went away, they don't have to accept your baby. And all of the equality stuff, they don't have to. So then how will you? You won't. It's legal. And like the lady said, what about the babies with disabilities? What about them? Who still thinks all the books you was buying was for nothing? To those of you that went book buying crazy, that got kids under the age of 18, and you was buying just all the books you could about all the subjects you could, now you understand what God was doing for you? If you bought books about dinosaurs, and you bought books about anthropology and mythology, history, science, any of that, all the books we bought, geography, world atlases, and the atlases of the empires, and mythical beasts, giants, and Bible maps, and even the ultimate character guide for DC Comics, books about Ireland and ancient Anatolia, and all of those different places, Thermopylae, the Chaldean account, the ancient post-flood history, the werewolf book, books about dragons, books about sacred geometry, books about different ancient sites around the world atlases, books about maps. Still think it was not important? Still think it was for nothing. You might be the only teacher your kids see. Just like we used to see back in the slavery days, where it was all them kids and one of the moms or the moms took time. Okay, you take and you gonna be the teacher on Tuesday, and you take and you gonna be the teacher on Wednesday. I be the math teacher, you be the science teacher, you be the history teacher, you be the you be the you be the. What's really crazy is nothing that God had us doing in this space was for nothing. Every single thing that He had us buy, learn, research, or look into has been for the future. A guy in Goodwill gave me 2 books. I paid $5. That is worth $200. He said you need them, and you said he says you need them in college. I'ma need it. That part. Well, I was just thinking maybe it's time to go ahead and step out on faith and homeschool my kids. Girl, you ain't gonna have to step out on faith. They about to make it a reality here shortly. You ain't even gonna have to step out on faith, babe. But God been allowing you to buy books and get all your stuff and crafts and stuff in the house with the kids. Mm-hmm. Yeah. We got some world books. I don't got my encyclopedias, but we got almost all of the world books. We missing a few of them. Not too many. I think I'm missing B. Yep, I'm missing B and a couple other ones. B and H. I'm missing L, M, N, I think an O out of these, and I got all the rest of them. Yeah. And I think that's only because a couple of them got like water damage or something. Who knows? It's a real thing. I don't know. I'm about to go to sleep. I'm gonna look for that video tomorrow before I get on here with y'all. I gotta figure out which device it's on. But I want to say it was on like world news. I'm just happy God decided to get us ready. Honestly. He did not have to tell us nothing, but He did. And I'm grateful for it. Hopefully you all are too. Because we had to take time out from listening to what the world said to hear what God had to say so we could be ready for what's coming. And most people, they don't believe it. He said, I sure am. Me too. That's why I be like, I don't care who believe it. God don't lie to me, honey. He be telling me the truth, and I've learned to listen. I didn't always listen at first. But now, I don't care how absurd or wild it seems to do it, I'm going to do it. You're welcome. I don't care how out of the ordinary, because He don't want you to wait until the last minute. He wants you to have it before the last minute is coming. And as y'all can see, with $34, 60 eggs is $34. I know He wanted us to be ready. Y'all had to be obedient. It wasn't just me. Okay. We don't have 350,000 people in our community no more. We used to have up to 30,000 people in our lives every day. Think about how many people got tired of hearing about all of this stuff coming, and so they didn't want to hear it. But did that stop it from coming? Did it stop it from coming? All that we talked about in 22, all the way, did just because people didn't want to hear it, did that stop it from happening? They laughed at me when I said things are going to be 3 times expensive, more expensive than they are right now. Oh, that's not going to happen. I said, okay. And we just did something as simple as eggs. And it's not just almost triple, it's almost quadruple. Is it not? It's almost quadruple, right? So it's even more than what we said. But he gave us a rough estimate of what to expect. And he ain't been wrong yet. It's almost like he gave us secret information ahead of time. Well, it is secret information. Not that it was completely secret, but most people weren't listening, so it's like a secret. So, I love y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Well, later today, because it's 12. Oh, it's 1. Yeah, I'll see y'all later. I love y'all.